It is 7:13, and our body coach Lamont is here. Hello,
Happy
sir.
New Year.
Happy New Year. Haven't
I
seen
haven't
you
seen you
since the
since
start of the
last
year.
year.
Look at you. How's
I beat you
2015?
to it,
You
huh?
did. How's 2015 so far for you this year?
2015 is good. I'm still here.
Yes.
And my desire today is to get people out of the grave. That's why I have this shovel with me.
That makes
and
me a
I'm
little
going to
scared.
hand this shovel to the viewer today so that they can dig themselves out.
Okay, you want to talk about The Walking Dead. What do
The
you mean
Walking
by
Dead.
that?
When I talk about dead, and as I began to talk to people today, this is how you'll be able to identify whether or not you're one of the dead that I'm talking to.
Okay.
If you have a lack of desire, if you have a lack of emotional input into your own life, if you are lacking an attitude or just wanting to live, the aggressiveness to live, I should say, and even discipline, that's when you know that you are the walking dead.
Do you have to have all those things, or one or two?
One or two.
Yeah.
One or two. And what so many people are experiencing right now is that they've gotten into a new year. They made all these resolutions. Now those resolutions that they made aren't coming to pass. They've already broken them.
Right.
And what we need to do is we need to get people back on track so that they can begin to live again. What really inspired me was we know the story of Jesus, and he's calling Lazarus out of the grave. And as he calls Lazarus out of the grave, Lazarus does come out of the grave, but he's still wrapped in his grave clothes. So people are walking around mummified. Life has called out to them. Life has called your name. Life has reminded you that there's a promise in you, but you're still walking around mummified. You're walking around dead. You don't believe that things can happen positive for you, and you don't believe that change is possible for you.
Do you think people who are in that state realize it? Because some of us who are feeling that way, we just don't know it.
A lot of us don't realize it. And what we've done is that we talk change with our mouths, but never with our actions. We say we want more for our lives, but we never do anything to change our circumstances. And we go from year to year, putting the burden on the next year, saying that this is the year that great things will happen for me, only to discover that you're repeating the same habits, same behaviors, and getting the same results. And we want to get people out of that place so you can dig yourself out of that grave that you continue to put yourself in so that you can live your best everyday life.
All right, so you use the word shovel. We're going to bring the
Shovel,
points up here
yes.
in our screen.
Well, what I want to do, since you represent the viewer, I'm
Okay.
going to give the shovel to you because
I
that's
shall take the
exactly
shovel.
what we are doing today.
Okay.
First of all, the key thing of getting yourself out of the grave is system. And the key thing about system is this, is that system is just a change of cycles.
Okay.
What we are experiencing so many times are the same cycles over and over again. You're never going to live that great life you desire to live if you're still operating with the same system.
Okay.
If you're still doing the same negative things over and over again and still talking the same thing but putting no action behind it over and over again, and if you don't change your system, you're going to continue to live in your grave. So what we need to do is we need to have a cycle change so that we can get to the same place where we need to be, and that is where habits come in. We have to change our habits. So many of us, like I said, we have a habit of bad habits. I've talked about habits so many times, but we have to change our habits. Everyone here knows that habits are really programmable behaviors. So if you want to change and you want something different in your life, you have to look at what you're doing on a daily basis and what you have instituted in your life to be your normal. And once you get to that and you say that this habit is not working for me, then that's when you can begin to see a shift and change in your life.
Optimism.
Optimism. If you're not optimistic about living every day, then you're going to continue to live in the grave.
Right.
You have to wake up every day excited for the day. The day is waiting for you to respond to it. So if you're not speaking to the day is going to bring to you anything that you don't desire. So you have to set yourself up to live that best day.
We have about a minute left.
Hey, value. If you don't see yourself as being valuable, you will continue to see yourself as dead.
That's a toughie.
And it is. But you have to understand, I've said this so many times, God had an idea and then you showed up in the earth. Because you are here to manifest something great. If you don't do what you've been called to do, it hinders what I've been called to do. So that's when you have to understand your value and exist in the moment. Every single day, be appreciative that you are here. There are so many people that did not make it this far, but you are here. So exist in the moment. Give yourself an opportunity to live that life you truly want to live, and you have to have a love for yourself. If you don't love yourself, you'll never be able to love others. And if this is not working, none of this will work.
Now we know. Thank you. Take
Here's
that
your
shovel
shovel,
back.
viewers. Dig yourself out the grave. Hey, CoachLamont.com. Get there right now. And next time I'm here, we're going to talk about something good that I'm working on.
Really?
Yeah.
What you got that look for? That was a little look. That was a little sassy. What are you working on?
It's only great things, I promise. It's only great things.
Coach, you met Lindsay today.
Creepy guy with the shovel.
Yeah, that is a little creepy.
You
You
know
met
what?
Lindsay today.
Yes, and she's a Patriot fan. Hey, this is what I'm predicting right now.
We got to get to Lindsay, but what? Go ahead.
Lindsay, the weather's been the same for the past half hour. Ain't nothing changed. But this is what's going on. My predictions today are this. The Pats will overtake the Ravens. The Panthers, I believe, are going to upset the Seahawks today.
Okay.
I believe that's going to happen. You heard it here first. Cowboys are about to get beat. Thank God. Hallelujah. They're going to get beat tomorrow in Lambeau. And guess what? I'm believing that the Colts are going to overtake the Broncos. So I am believing that there is going to be a Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers Super Bowl. Tom Brady prevails. All I got to say, drop in the shovel. Life is all good. The Patriots are champions.
Lindsay, what you will learn is that sometimes Coach talks too long.
I think we should just do the weather at this point. I mean, let's just keep it going.